Devotional Saturday 12th of December. We banter the word hope about carelessly, don't we? We hope that Ireland will one day win a Rugby World Cup. We hope the virus will lose its impotence. But the hope of Christmas is a greater hope. The message of Christmas is simply this: a good God is up to good things in our world. It often feels impossible to remember that in the chaos of our world, to remember that Christ came in spite of sin and scandal. He came in spite of racism and sexism. He came though people forgot God. He came in spite of hopelessness. He came in spite of and out of the pandemonium that is our world. Christ came. As we read in Luke chapter 2 and verse 7, Mary brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling cloths and laid him in a manger. The surprise pregnancy, the sudden census, the long road from Nazareth to Bethlehem, all unpleasant and difficult, yet they resulted in the world's greatest miracle. Everything prior to this happened so this moment would happen. Was the first Christmas different from what Mary had planned? Yes, but it turned out greater than she could have dreamed. God used the struggles to accomplish his will. And don't you need that reminder? In your world of short nights, hard work, high stress, don't you need to know that Jesus holds it all together? You might relate to the car in front of one driver. On the loosely hanging bumper was the sticker, "Toot if anything falls off." We read these words in Colossians 1:16-17, taken from the paraphrase The Message. For everything, absolutely everything, above and below, visible and invisible, rank after rank after rank of angels, everything got started in him and finds its purpose in him. He was there before any of it came into existence and holds it all together right up to this moment. God holds it all together, and he will hold it together for you. Everything inside you and every voice around you says, get out, get angry, get drunk, get high. But don't listen to the voices. You cannot face a crisis if you don't face God first. Do not worry about anything, we read in Philippians 4:6-7 from the Living Bible. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs, and don't forget to thank him for his answers. If you do this, you will experience God's peace, which is far more wonderful than the human mind can understand. His peace will keep your thoughts and your hearts quiet and at rest as you trust in Jesus. Cling to him. Whether in the A&E, when your dreams are falling apart, say to him, Lord, I need you now. Between the headstones of the cemetery, whisper, dear Jesus, lift me up. In the prayer journal of King David, we read this question: when all that is good falls apart, what can good people do? Isn't David's question ours? When all that is good falls apart, what can good people do? When terrorists attack, when diseases rage, when families collapse, when churches divide, when all that is good falls apart, what can good people do? What is the godly response to the unexpected mishaps and calamities of life? Curiously, David doesn't answer his question with an answer. He answers it with a declaration. The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his throne in heaven. His point is unmistakable. When everything shakes, God remains unshaken. He is in his holy temple. His plan will not be derailed. God is unaffected by our storms. He is undeterred by our problems. God has made a business out of her turning tragedy into triumph. He did it with Joseph, with Moses, Daniel, and most of all, he did it with Jesus on the cross. The innocent one was slaughtered. Heaven's gift was murdered. Mothers wept, evil danced, and the apostles had to wonder, when all that is good falls apart, what do good people do? God answered their question with a declaration. With the rumble of the earth and the rolling of the rock, he reminded them, the Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his throne in heaven. Is your Christmas a difficult one? Take heart. God is still in his temple, still in his throne, still in control, and he still makes princes out of prisoners, counselors out of captives, Sundays out of Fridays, and brings beauty out of Bethlehems. He did it then for them. He does it still for you and me.